So no, we're not just a couple of rambling idiots here talking to ourselves. There's reasons behind what we're doing.
Can you imagine the precision needed for that too?
Okay, so I've seen this already, but I was up here with my wife and son. Greg has yet to see this. I was hopeful that it wasn't knocked down, and indeed it is obviously still standing. This is still here. See this hole? Filled in with pine cones. This obvious tree stump, you know, laying in front of it or whatever, part of a tree. And then look in here, look inside the bark. There's little sticks actually stuck in. See that? Now wouldn't it be interesting though if we find something that just clicks? I'll tell you what, this ground is dry. I was really surprised that, you know, it read as high as it just did in the ground. Let me put the cameras, let me time this out real quick.
60 between right and left.
When you like span your arms bigger, you mean?
Now, just, you know, so I'm not on the same arm. So it's basically running, you know, from one arm to the other arm. So I'm getting about 60 from doing that.
0.060?
It was 0.060.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see if there's anything around.
Yeah, something else we might have to do. Now we have this would actually be a beneficial thing to have. The pizza oven that we had found, if that's still up.
Yeah.
Remember we thought that, you know, that could be
yeah.
some, you know,
yeah.
representation of
exactly, a portal, right.
So this may be
if that spikes up, that's the thing, man, because it's like these cameras are picking up stuff we can't see. Right. Electronics are getting it, you know, the cameras, the electronics are getting it. Even the documentary that's put out, Discovering Bigfoot, whatever it was, you know, I just said about this recently, they experienced weird things happening and they admitted, you know, something very odd is going on here. So you've got professional people out there that have everything to lose by admitting something like that, saying the exact same thing as us. They can mess with our electronics. These electronics, likewise, can pick up things that we cannot. So we need to use more stuff like this to our advantage. So here's some sticks that have obviously been placed here. Let's just see if there's any reading on them.
Sorry about that. I'm not sure. But just to kind of show you, that's not exactly like really high up there, but something of a little bigger nature. And then I suppose you could sit here and bend this down, but you'd have to be grabbing this on the same time, bending it together.
Yeah.
The fact that this is still sitting there
is pretty cool.
Not broke. That's the other thing I've always said. You know, they know the strength of the wood that they're trying to bend, and they know how to get it to a point where it won't break.
Yeah.
But if you went on, you know, this one that's...
Yep, nothing and nothing.
So let's go scout with that guy.
And of course we wouldn't expect anything because there's no water, right? It's all dry.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what we're throwing out the window, what to expect. Throwing that out the window. Because, yeah, what you've been taught, what you think you know is not really, you know, no longer applies. What you think you know, what you've been taught, no longer applies to this subject.
I don't almost argue life in general on, you know, quite a bit of things.
Yes.
Everything you know, you've been told. How do you know it? Because you've been told it.
Alright, well, just like I always say, let's get further in and away from this damn traffic in the background.
Yeah, so let's head that way. Let's see if we can get that pizza kitchen and pizza oven and see what we can get for readings in there.
Alright, let's do it. For the record, we don't actually think it's a pizza oven.
No, that's
I've
what they
had,
call it.
yeah, I've had people that actually thought that, like, you, I don't know, I don't want to be rude, but you've lost so much common sense that you actually think I meant that literally. Okay, we don't literally think that's what it is. Hey guys, once again, we're here, and we have gifts, pretty good ones. We are asking for your help in putting together an amazing documentary. We cannot do it without you. You guys are the stars. It is about you. You like attention. Otherwise you wouldn't throw rocks, knock,
That's me.
do everything else that you do, not just with us, but tapping on windows and making sounds and seeing, you know, kind of like counting coup. I don't think you just want to be left alone. I think you're curious. So
Did you just do that?
this is your opportunity.
I think it's important, you know, if they do, it's been said they understand English, that
Yeah.
you know, they know we are friends. We're here purely for learning more about you. That's it.
Curiosity.
And mean you no harm. And we ask the same in return.
The only reason we have a gun is because there are bears here. And if you have noticed, we are feeble little humans. We don't have claws. You know, there are mountain lions. We've seen their scat, okay? We have to have a way to protect ourselves. You've already bluff charged us. Did we pull out a gun? No. You can show yourself to us. I'd be ashamed if I ever would pull out a gun when you show yourself. So, just don't worry about that. And yeah, there's a report, like I was saying on the way up here, 1978. People are getting harassed by this Bigfoot. More or less, it was just wanting attention. You know, it's throwing rocks at the roof and everything.
Mischief going on around the house, and we always just thought it was a man that lived in the woods. That's what we always thought it was, a hermit lived in the woods. And we had the time, we outside, we had an old garage here. And it was always, we always hear something behind the garage. And we just thought it was someone messing around. Well, as time went on and everything, it got more and more active.
So I drove down there. It's probably about a 10, 12 mile drive from when I got the call, and pulled in their long lane driveway up to the house. And of course I had my spotlight on looking around to see what I could see. And of course I saw nothing, but when I got out of the car, they were waiting on me at the door. The people that lived there were waiting on me at the door. And when I got out of the car, there was a pretty strong ammonia smell. It was the first thing that I noticed, you know, and I thought how peculiar that was. And kind of put it aside for the moment and met the people at the house who were obviously distressed. They were really distressed.
Of course, I was living here at the time. My sister Vicky on there, she lived in East Palestine at the time. Linda Jones lived in the trailer park, and my sister Becky lived in Canton at the time. We were just all here because it was a family. A weekend. We always got together on weekends as family.
I talked to them about what had happened and all these sorts of things, and got them calmed down to the point that they could pretty much tell me what had happened in the last hour. And what they described to me was hearing rocks or something hit the roof of their house.
They were getting their house pelted with rocks, and there were footprints, and they just didn't know, you know, if this was vandalism perhaps or something else.
We always had rocks thrown and messing around, knocking on the trees, howls, screeches.
One of them saw a large, hairy object up against their house.
And this went on for some time. It's been documented by even the mayor and the sheriff and everybody. And so anyway, on this one weekend get together with the family, they're on the back porch, and the aunt says, "Hey, you know, hotshot out there, you think you're so good?" She doesn't know if it's some kids messing around, some homeless guy. They don't know. They just know something's going on. "You think you're so good? Why don't you just throw that rock and land it right square in between my eyes?" And, you know, not 20 seconds later, it happens. So what does that mean? You know, is that a really, really big coincidence, or do they understand English? So no, we're not just a couple of rambling idiots here talking to ourselves. There's reasons behind what we're doing.
Can you imagine the precision needed for that too?
Absolutely.
Wow.
You have to be on your game, man. Like, yeah, insane. Okay, we're moving
I
on.
only know of one guy that did a good job of that, and that was David against Goliath.
Right? Definitely. Okay, here we go. Yeah,
You
so
know, anywhere we've been, there's no campfire.
this is interesting, right?
Why is this here?
Exactly.
And if you're in this area, why are you picking this up and then just watching?
Putting it at the base of a tree. We find lots of stuff that has been obviously replaced. Rocks, bones, litter, and now a burnt piece of wood. Just obviously moved, put at the base of a tree. No idea why. Maybe it's just like putting something on your wall in your house. You know, it's just, hey, this is decoration, or I don't know.
It's, you know, symbolism, but it makes me think of a funny joke about a movie. Symbology. What's the symbology there? Surely you mean symbolism. What's the symbolism there? And some of you people are going to get that.
I've never been big on movie quotes. Not like I don't like them or anything, I just never, my mind is not remembered movie.
See, and unfortunately for
Pieces.
me, I every freaking song to every movie, lines in the movie, I can recall or even if I want to see it once.
My mind is often wandering, and so, yeah.
Just noticing, it's something we pointed out before, but you know, all these ends that just break off.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there and there.
Yeah, you'll see some that really look like it was obviously done for, you know, purpose of walking through. Not gonna lie, I don't know where the hell that thing's at.
I feel like we need to be really straight across here.
Let's try. There's another little cleared out area under this. See that? That's a nice little area to sit, isn't it? Look at that. And this isn't like, I mean, here's my shovel. You can see how big this is. This isn't big enough for a deer or elk to get in here. I guess they could, but I wouldn't think they would.
They would have to literally go in that same spot, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
Clear out through this way. They're gonna break all these branches off.
Yeah.
The side one.
Yeah, this just looks like, you know, I mean, it is what it is, you know. It looks like a Bigfoot thing. It looks like something with intelligence and hands and agility, you know, got in here without breaking this stuff, cleared that out. For the record, deer don't usually lay in the dirt. They usually lay in grass like this. But I just don't see how a deer would get in there and do that. If it's some other animal, where like the scratch marks, you know, it looks like it was kind of brushed off, so. Glad that we're seeing this stuff.
I'm actually pretty amazed at everything we've already seen so far. Don't forget to get some of those milk duds.
Sorry guys, but you know, YouTube has hacked us, and you know, if you were in my shoes, you wouldn't be able to get over it quite so easy either. So, making a documentary for Amazon or something is our way around YouTube. It could be over there. I see some boulders over there. You see that? Kind of in the sunlight, which means there's got to be some kind of clearing. That might be it.
I think we had to go that far over, but maybe. Because remember, we kind of tailed off down left first. And what I was thinking
Everywhere we walk is very loud.
So, I mean, it's worth, if it's right here, that's worth just looking at real quick, and then if it's
Okay.
up there, then we can head the other
That
direction.
could be it too. Yeah, there's boulders up there. Okay, guys. Guess what I like? I like the orange on this tree. This fungus. I love it. I think it is so beautiful.
Now I'm wondering where the hell. Yeah, I mean, I just felt like it was definitely right here, but we were either further that way than I thought, or we were further down than I thought.
Doesn't matter. Let's just
Careful, there's a hole right here.
work our way over to our spot, and then we'll see if we can't find it after that, or just on the way out, or whatever. We've got time. You know, that's a beautiful thing. Not in a rush. Goose fraba. Shut up, shovel.
Is that it?
One crappy thing is this crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah.
But
Only downside of it being so dry.
dang you guys, why didn't you come in with a hose before and wet everything down where you were gonna walk? I know.
So, I'm just trying to get a better gauge of where we're at
Damn shovel.
off of this point here.
I'm trying to walk quietly. It's not possible. Is that it down there? No, jeez. On a rock.
And that's funny. It doesn't matter how many, well,
Yeah.
doesn't matter how many times we go to a place, but the thing is we've come in here and most of the times one specific direction, and then we end up going to one specific location for the most part. We will take a look around certain areas, but we pretty much come in the same way. Thank you.
That scared me.
So yeah, for reference sake, you know, I felt like, you know, we used to come to that pizza oven, as we called it, from the bottom up, but we would come far off right to get to it, versus our gifting spot that's more the other direction. Chipmunks on me.
All right, what are we gonna want to go down? Down here.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, the creek and everything is right down at the bottom here,
Yeah.
and you know, the teepee section that we did is, you know, right around there in that boulder. It's got that cool little hideout down below it. But yeah, no, I just wanted to do that, you know, see what we can get from the multimeter there with the, really, and see if that setup's even still there. If anybody's knocked it over, or if it's changed, or any of that. It's been a while.
Okay. Last time I was here, I left a softball. I don't really expect anything's happened with it, but of course I'm curious to see. It's a fake fire pit, or just a piece of granite rock has been smashed.
Oh, might have been. Okay.
Oh. It's very hot out. For the record, it is hot. Definitely sweating.
Yeah, we definitely opt for jeans for a reason walking through this stuff.
Yeah.
Pants.
I had shorts on. I changed into pants because this is not my first rodeo.
And, you know, it's hot. I still do long sleeves for the most part.
See, for a reference, here is my arm. You know, if my arm is that sweaty, you just imagine my back and, yeah, my balls. My sweaty, sweaty balls. Sorry. I'm supposed to be serious. Documentary. Something big to do that. I've seen that happen before. Something big, push that out of the way.
Well, I don't want to take away from the surprise up here, so I'll let you get ahead and
I don't think there's any surprise, but
you want to reveal from here to there.
where we frickin' step? Looks like our stick. The stick is more of an angle, I think. I don't know why they would have changed the angle, let alone even think that we would notice that, but it looks like it's at a...
We wanted it at 33 degrees.
I know, right? Hey, the ball's gone. Wait, it might have just rolled. I left a softball here as a gift. I entirely expected to still see it here, and it's not, so that's... We gotta find it. Oh, dude, it's in the box. I left it on the rock.
That's new.
I'm gonna go flying all the way down here.
It has good brakes.
You know what? In fact, I'm gonna be dry up here. With the moisture, you know? Not your belly. I can feel it. Walking. Yeah, I can feel it. Okay.
Something was dragged through here. See a drag mark.
Why am I?
Now there's string around this, which has been moved multiple times.
This string looks like the string I always have.
Yeah, parachute cord.
Here's a tree.
Yeah. So this happened. This is about 3 weeks old, 3 or 4 weeks old. They broke that and bent it over. I mean, what else? It's a big, healthy, strong tree. It doesn't just bend itself over and break, you know?
Hi, decoys.
M&Ms.
Oh, don't fall into the hole. Maybe I should finish myself too.
It's good. No one else has been here.
Whoa, when was that big crack from?
We did it last time,
Oh, wow. This is beautiful.
but it just looks like a big crack, you know, instead of an actual pocket. Yeah. You know what? It's wet down there.
Yeah.
That's where we'll check. So our sticks are still there. Just looking for any prints or tracks. Yeah, there's deer prints. That's what I thought I was seeing. So yeah, that stick is still in the same spot. Those two are still there.
Did you put those stuff around that?
I don't know if we put rocks on either side of it like that. I think we did. Yeah, we put those around there. See if they do anything.
Oh, what is this?
Those were left on this actually. So those got moved. Yeah, those we left on the gifting rock with gifts. You only got a minute? It's filming.
Oh.
This time I brought a ball.
They'll probably throw it through the rock.
See if they do anything with it.
They might think it's an apple and try eating it.
No, they won't.
That would be funny.
Really nice apple and a really nice plum. Don't tell the wife.
I want to eat it. What the heck? We bought some crap for snacks and it's so yummy.
That's what we bring for the forest.
That's what I wanted.
Alright, well,
Once you close the backpack, you then
Wait, it's open?
I thought it was closed. It's just the top.
Where's the smoke hole?
It's down there.
I don't see it.
So
Yeah.
everything looking pretty much the same. It is interesting, those two little gifts were off the rock, but they could have just rolled there. That's the smoke hole.
Oh, it's destroyed completely.
What is the smoke hole?
Smoke
He had like a
hole's
little
awful.
campfire in the ground.
It was like a volcano that destroyed me.
What we can do?
Looks like there's more sticks here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't those just look at a place?
Compared to other areas, yeah. It's like
Just looks weird.
lots of degrees.
Alright, well, we're mainly doing a mushroom check. What? Yeah, rock's been pushed. Probably a bear.
Could be.
Bear usually will slide it though. That is, no, they could have, I guess, slid it down. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're down here by the stream. See if there's mushrooms.
Oh yeah, we can look at the stream.
So, I don't know if you know about our so-called bluff charge, but this is right where it happened. So Greg and I were both right here, and something was in this brush right in here somewhere.
Yeah.
And it made a huge noise, like crunching, stomping, like that long of a crash. And we couldn't see anything, you know, and it just stopped after it made that noise. It was really close to us. Before that happened, there was 3 knocks out in that direction, and we're like, holy cow, okay, that was clear. And we waited, and then there was another knock, and it was a lot closer. And we're like, okay, wow, waited. Then we got that bluff charge thing. That was right here. We were sitting on those rocks right there.
Oh, I would book it. I'd be like, see ya.
Yeah, our hearts were racing, but we were like frozen.
Yeah.
And the cameras were actually on, but of course couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's on video?
Yeah, but it's just hearing it basically. Alright, go ahead.
Where are we going?
Down to the, where the ground's more wet.
I'll let this fit in my backpack.
Could probably tie it on.
I remember
This looks new too.
it. I remember it.
This being here,
Yeah.
broken like that.
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately, so the brain's not working 100% capacity.
Stream.
M&Ms. This is also where they said M&Ms on our camera.
Ew.
What is that?
Bird poop?
That's weird.
It looks like bear poop that's been decomposed.
Yeah. Mm. Oh, you can just hold there.
Yeah.
Or down. It's really nice if you go down.
Yeah, if you want to cross over there. I just don't think you're going to see mushrooms. Can go back up.
Yes. I want to drive this around.
M&Ms!
I love them.
M&Ms! M&Ms.
hear that?
Mhm.
2 bike horns.
Just a tree.
Yeah.
Alright, well,
Oh,
you want to
so
walk down that path and go up or what?
you and me were walking
Yeah.
down.
Okay. Huh?
So it would have been when you and me were walking down.
Will they take us to Jim's spot?
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I want.
Yep, we'll go this way.
That's far. Not sure where we're going, but I'm just going to follow the path.
Yeah, just follow it and then we're going to turn right.
Okay.
Alright, I'm kind of filming into the sun here, so I'll turn this off. It's in the box.
So I know it's not down here.
I did not put it in the box, and I've got video evidence.
Is there a rock on top of it though?
No, there wasn't.
I was just curious if you left it with one on top.
I don't think I did anything with it because they haven't been doing stuff with the box. And when we put things in there, they haven't been taking them, so I quit using it. So that is something, dude. That's almost as good as a stick being moved. Because that doesn't pick itself up and jump into a box with the lid being taken off and put back on. So you've got one conclusion. Only one in the entire world. It's either people or it's them. We've never found anybody here. Somebody got close to our digging spot, which is further up that way. We've never ever seen anybody here, though. It's actually miraculous, really. Very lucky. Anyway,
What would that, you know, so let's eliminate that being a person that did that. So, what would that mean? So we do this as a gifting box. We leave gifts for them in the box.
yeah.
We left the ball outside the box. Ball ends up inside the box. Is that a gift to be returned? You know, what would be the meaning behind that if you were to look into that?
Yeah. These are broke, dude. Look. Look at that. Something had to have pulled that off. Marble down here, which could have just rolled there. So what? But this, that had to have been broken off. They at least showed some curiosity in these, huh? And they moved the ball. That's really cool. I think we just put it back, you know?
I was gonna say, do you see anything on it?
No, and I did use an old ball on purpose just because, I don't know, it just felt more in place here than something brand new because, I don't know, just the way that they are, I just felt like they would accept this more, you know, as something old and kind of, I don't know what the right word is in them. Here, I'm going to get the gifts out that I've got. Whew, it's hot. I mean, it's not that hot, but I guess hiking and with the big backpack on.
The backpack makes it even hotter. Start sweating a lot, pushing your back.
Cool, guys, you moved our ball. Thank you. Like I said, we need your help with the film. So we're gonna start coming up here more. Okay, we're gonna hit it hard in August and September. And so rather than having cool little things like this every 2 weeks, it's gonna be like every 2 or 3 days, okay? So we've got gifts for you guys. I want you to take them. I want you to enjoy them. If you don't like them, like this zucchini, for example, this is grown from our garden at my home. Just, I don't know, do something and show us. You could break it in half and leave it here. You know, take a bite out of it and spit the bite out next to it. I don't know. We're just looking for something cool from you guys, that's all. We know that you have no problem with baggies, at least in the past. The jars, though, like we've left jars probably 20. I think we've only had 1 or 2 that they ever opened. So we're not doing the jars, okay? We've got the baggies. Candy. I mean, just any kind of evidence you can leave us is all that we're asking.
Did you bring M&Ms?
No, I would have eaten them all again if I did. This is just stuff for my house.
Well, you know what? This is, aside from the candy, it's, healthy, good stuff, so we don't need to have an obese Bigfoot on our hands.
So, what would you ask, Greg? Because maybe they don't know the reason we're gifting. You know what I mean? Maybe they don't know. They're like, hey, we're taking it because it's good stuff. We enjoy it. We're going to take it. Why did they leave us this ball? I don't know. Let's just put it in the box. Like, they literally just have no idea what we're doing. You know, what we're doing is wanting evidence. That's what we want. We just want evidence that you guys are here. Moving the ball is cool. The corn being bent and eaten is amazing. The stick being moved. Just interaction. That's what we want. We just want interaction with you guys.
I'm wondering if you tell them, to show thanks, we ask that you take this food, even if you don't eat it. That you take the ball, even if you don't want to play with it.
Even if you rip it open.
Yeah, even if you
Do
were to
something that
destroy
only-
it.
Do something only you could do. If a bear was going to destroy that ball, it would have teeth marks and it'd be all grungy. If you do it, you could do it in some amazing way. You just peel, like Mark Parra left you guys a football, possibly the same group, and you guys like destroyed it and made a hat out of it. Awesome. So what we're asking is just something like that. You could even like gift us something new. That would be amazing. Bones. Put bones here.
You know what we haven't had here that we see?
Squirrel. Dead in a ball. Seen that happen on a trail cam. The other researchers.
Yeah. Well, something that they've left, we've seen several times is a deer leg.
Right.
And I wouldn't say shocked, and not
That'd
amazed,
be
but
thrilled.
it would be
thrilling.
it'd be something to have that present
Right.
where we leave these gifts.
Because if you're a homeless person, we want to rule out some homeless guys running around in the forest. That goes back to the 70s, man. That's what people are thinking because our brains are limited in this subject, from what we've been taught. So you'd be really going out of your way to kill a deer and break its leg and remove its flesh. You know what I mean? And then put that here. I mean, wow.
Starving for attention.
Jeez,
I mean,
anything that helps prove it's you guys. Even right now, please do things on the camera. Impose images on there. Please don't mess up all my footage from filming. But, so okay, come on. In a nice way. Come on.
please, pretty please. Yeah, I know. I mean, that's definitely an approach that we haven't really tried so much is talking to them in plain English.
Yeah.
Not trying to get any kind of interaction we don't want, and well, obviously nobody fully understands everything, and maybe there's somebody out there that has all the answers. I don't know, but
Let's try some of the multimeter, huh? By the way, that day prior that I was just showing you, I was up here with the family and I dropped off that softball. We actually did find a new sort of structure out here, and so I'm going to go ahead and show you that here. No, she said it's so dry. And we can go over to Rampart Road. Alright, just turned this off. Walking into the sun coming up right there, just turned it off. So we came in right here.
But you meet a triangle.
Yep.
This is so weird.
Oh, I know. Absolutely, we're used to it. This is what they do. We don't know why. Makes no sense.
So, are they big on triangles?
Triangles, groups of 3. Yeah, crosses.
So they're the uneven type?
Something else maybe up there. It looks new. So, yeah, I mean, they're here, it's just they're hidden, and we've got all kinds of evidence.
Yeah.
Taking our corn and yep.
It's fresh though.
That's funny because remember I said the drag marks up there?
Yeah.
passing that big rock. I think this one actually looks like it might be from up there. Cool, guys. Whatever that is for.
Yes, it was here too.
Yep.
Someone? That makes no sense.
No, none of it makes any sense. The way that they like take our gifts, the stuff they give back, how they move around the walking stick. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to any of it. We just basically just catalog it, you know? We just are here, we see stuff, and okay. Turn right. You want to go, I wasn't going to go this way. So you got to go up that way. Okay, on to the next thing that we see. I'll let you know.
Last one timed out, we're continuing from there.
What's really neat about the Rainmaker is that it's made with little bits of fluorite, little pieces of fluorite rock, you know, that were dug out of this forest. I just think that's cool.
Definitely more meaningful.
Maybe they'll like the gentleness, you know what I mean? Rather than knocking and yelling. Which, for the record, a lot of that isn't to be ungentle, it's to get the sound out there. This is a pretty big home they have after all. They have to know we're here! And you can't yell loud and make it sound not, you know, mean, you know what I mean? But if they are right here, anyway, this is a nice, I think, gentle, peaceful touch. That camera's doing good, huh? New batteries. Doing good, just let it go.
Alright, Dustin's over there filming on his phone. We're just a little separated, which in all honesty I would not really recommend. Still keeping each other within sight. Let's see. definitely looks like an area that we should go look at. I feel like we've probably done that before. For some reason this area feels newer to me though. I think that's where that's at. I think we've been in here, flown a drone at one point. Feels like it, right? Yeah, so I think where we want to get is up over these boulders straight ahead of me. So we can do a little bit of testing and see if we can pick up some sort of electromagnetic field or some sort of energy off of an area that we thought is a possible portal. I'm sorry? I'm going to talk for a minute. You do the same if you want. Okay. So, you know, discussion was about, you know, documentaries and, you know, kind of what a documentary is and how to present one and what needs to be in a documentary. So, you know, I think one major thing that you need to have, which I feel we do, are a lot of different signs, evidence, you know, things that are basically kind of unexplained to get you to think, you know, and really think outside the box. Because a lot of the stuff that we've come across, there's really no explanation for it. There just isn't. And you can come up with any kind of logical reason for it all you want, but there are definitely going to be, you know, even physics behind it that would suggest otherwise. So, you know, one thing we're trying to do is just bring all this evidence to light. And, you know, of course, would it be great to be able to actually physically have a Bigfoot on camera? Absolutely. Is that going to happen? You know, who knows. But so what we're trying to do is present this and let you guys see kind of what's out there. Maybe you haven't noticed before. Maybe you are only just now starting to notice. Maybe you knew nothing about it beforehand and now you're curious. Whatever the reason may be, you know, we're out here trying to get all this information and doing what we can. And hopefully it's, you know, intriguing enough for you to want to watch and keep doing. And hopefully you enjoy coming along with us. But I can hear Dustin off in the distance. I can't see him. So now we've gone a little too far apart. I can hear him, I just can't see him. I think he might be up on that ridge still. See him? I can hear him, I just don't see him. Which I guess is, you know, their advantage, right? Hiding behind all this stuff. You know, you can sneak up on somebody and not be seen if you just sit perfectly still and quiet. You know, you could have somebody walk right past you and not even know it. because it's, you know, scary or anything like that. But if you've seen any of the missing 411 stuff, that's how that kind of stuff happens. They separate just far enough away. There we go. I could not see him. I think I was behind a tree and couldn't see him, but there he is. And you can't really see him. There you go. Okay, so now we know it's not too far away, within sight. I could hear your voice, but I couldn't see where I was at. Yeah, no, I knew what you're doing. It's just once I got a little too far away and realized, okay, I can hear him, but I can't see him. At least I could hear you. I was just kind of talking about how, you know, with 411, that's kind of how that ends up going. If anybody's seen that, you know, the person just kind of goes away from the group for not very long at all, and then just, you know, boom, gone. So.
Usually, though, there's two things. Dave Politis has mentioned this. You know, gun and GPS. If a person has a GPS locator and a gun, they pretty much never go missing. We both have guns. You know, between us we have phones. We've got electronic devices. We have cameras. I, of course, could be gone any second. I have no control over that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, just speaking generally, not trying to jinx the universe against us. I'm just saying, I think with all the stuff we have on us, we're probably okay. Which, of course, brings up the curious question, maybe we need to go out with nothing, an old 16mm, you know, analog camera.
Yeah, there he goes, talking crazy again.
And horses, yeah, and nothing else.
Oh. Well, you know, I would say this. I'd probably be a little more open to that and more willing to do something like that if we hadn't experienced what we did on our first nighttime investigation.
Yeah, if you weren't
that
have PTSD.
Yeah, that let's call it terror is actually kind of still lingering now. It hasn't been affecting, you know, dreams or feeling like there's something there when there isn't, you know, none of that stuff. But it's still very much subconsciously there.
It is PTSD, and you guys, it doesn't mean like, oh my gosh, you guys think you have PTSD, you weren't in war, and you grew up, no. I'm sure both of you guys have medical museum, everybody has PTSD. You know, it could be from a bad experience in high school or awkward, you know, moment, or it could be from a tragic accident. Everybody has PTSD.
There it is, there it is, found it. All right, so this is what we refer to as the pizza oven. We're not actually suggesting they make pizzas in this thing. It's just an expression. Okay, so this is where we wanted to go to test and see if we can get some sort of field. Yep, here it is. I am. So this is what we're trying to find. So it was back over kind of the same direction there. I think we just needed to come down a little bit more. But this was in an earlier video. I had shown this, and this is, you know, why. You know, why is this here? So that's why I wanted to come back and see if we can get anything out of it.
It's all still here, huh?
Looks to be.
Same.
Alright.
Parachute cord is still tied up on that branch.
We want to test it while this is still on.
Yeah, I'll put the alternator in different places.
Yeah.
Might as well. Do you have it or do I have it?
I think you got it.
I do?
Because you're testing the, there we go. I was going to say the veggies.
This is sap from a tree. It's dry, so just from that aspect, it probably doesn't have anything. Nothing on the sap. The sap is very useful. According to Todd Standing, the Bigfoot can use it to heal wounds, which I think is something that people know about too, maybe. It's a glue, though. It makes an amazing glue. Also a, what do you call that therapy? Aromatherapy. If you burn it, it smells really good.
Let's see if we get any readings on any of that stuff.
So on me, I'm very small right now. 0.17, 0.09, 1.00, nothing. Now this is weird, dude. I'm almost nothing in this. Standing here, it's like nothing. I'm poking it into me. Remember when I poked it into me really hard before? Look at my fingertips. I'm poking it in really hard. And I'm getting hardly anything. Actually, it's negative.
That's,
It wasn't negative before.
interesting.
Look. I'm hardly anything standing here. Okay, that time it's going up.
Weird. Wonder why that would change.
It's still overall being... Look, that's negative. That's negative, dude. You see that?
Yeah, might be something to that.
It's going all over the place. It's negative, and then up and down. This is... Look, now I'm just zeroed out again. I'm just completely zeroed out again. Why would this be such a big difference from where we just were over there at the gifting rock?
Really shouldn't. We shouldn't actually be having any difference because you haven't really changed a whole lot. We've actually, in fact, been doing more walking, so maybe even increase the amount of energy, right?
I got negatives now. It's not going to matter if I change.
So,
you see, look, I just put different hand, red and black. It doesn't matter. Because I don't see it still. I'm still getting negatives to just very low numbers.
my next question would be, all right, what happens when you step outside of this area?
Hold
Does
on,
it change?
let's check in here. Well, we had 0.33. So this ground,
There we go.
this ground is better. That ground over there was just nothing, remember? Remember that? Right?
Yeah, getting a glare off that screen or something where it's not really showing the numbers very well. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so over there was nothing, it was 0. When I put it on me, I'm freaking negative. Again. Or, okay, yeah, it's just all over. Look, negative 33, negative 37.
Well, we already had a feeling about this area.
Nothing much in different spots. It's real dry. I was expecting like it would be. Okay, but then here, you know, jump up to 0.09.